What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back in another video on the channel, and today we went to Cheesecake Factory, another heavily requested meal. There's another person that asked me to go to the Cheesecake Factory, probably like maybe 30 or 40 videos this year, so I wanted to grant another request. Merry Christmas to those who are celebrating. I hope you have a wonderful holiday with your loved ones, whatever holiday you are celebrating, always a W. But we got a couple of little appetizer sampler over here, as well as I got some steak and I forget, chicken or something. I don't remember. I wanted steak, so we got the steak Diane, which looks kind of sad, but it's Cheesecake Factory and y'all wanted to see it, so we went Cheesecake Factory. Also, I had to get a carrot cake from the Cheesecake Factory because I didn't get cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory because I always have to be different about stuff. So that is the lineup. Got myself a carrot cake, got myself some buffalo chicken crispers, some mac and cheese balls. That's what I always get. And I wanted to try, they got like these corn ribs that everybody's talking about. I'm gonna be honest with you, they're just corn that you sliced up, but it's still a W. Drop a thumbs up for your boy. Merry Christmas to everybody, always, all loves. Let's get into our steak, our mashed potatoes, and our, I think that's chicken. I forgot what I got. Let's move our carrot cake a little bit off to the side so we can get here. I went to the movies today on Christmas Eve, believe it or not. As you can see by my AMC cup, I got some vanilla frost Sprite, which is always a W, diet Sprite. I saw the Whitney Houston movie today. I don't know, I got the AMC movie pass. I always had, I was a fan of Whitney Houston, and I wanted to see if they did the movie right. So we'll talk about that after I get into this food. But my fried mac and cheese balls, this was a staple every time my family went to the Cheesecake Factory. We would get 2 orders of these fried mac and cheese balls, and we normally would eat them with a fork. And I'd be smacking people's hands because I didn't want them to get it. But since I got a whole order to myself, I'm just gonna dip it. I'm gonna dip my ball in the sauce. Anyway. This is their best appetizer. I don't care what nobody says. We got this every time. And it's still, look at the mac and cheese in here. It's just every time it hits different, man. Every time. Don't ask me what the calories are, it's Christmas. They always fry it right. They always got good mac and cheese in there. With this creamy sauce. It's the best appetizer. I think it's like $15 for 4 balls though. But you know when you go to Cheesecake Factory, you're gonna be paying a little bit. It just comes with the territory. Get into one of these buffalo chicken crispers. Comes with blue cheese to dip on the side. If you don't know what these are, they're like almost fried, like almost like empanadas, but they bread them almost like fried chicken. I said almost 6 times. Almost. And they got buffalo chicken on the inside as well. This was the other thing we always got. Every time. We go to Cheesecake Factory probably once a month. When I was in high school. Like me. And my mom, dad, sister, or whatever. Oh, we got the same appetizers. I will admit, Cheesecake Factory is a dub. I'd rather eat it in the restaurant. But this, tons and tons of like shredded buffalo chicken in here. Good amount of buffalo sauce. There comes with buffalo sauce on the side, but I never use it. And the breading is perfectly crispy. I'm telling you, get those 2. Just, I would hope you trust me a little bit at this point. No, Sprite. Better be good. Like $70 order right here. Okay, boom. So we got the corn rib. If you don't know what a corn rib is, it's like a new trendy kind of food. They just roast the corn, but they cut it on the other side. So this is like the middle part of the corn right here. And then this is the part you eat. So they call it ribs because they're just like hand-sized pieces. But they did this like street corn style. So there's like a mayo. I can't tell what else is on here, but I'll get a taste. Yeah. A lot of lime on this one too. Corn's roasted well. Nice char on it. The thing I get the most on the like the elote-esque is the lime. Ton of lime on here, but they are good. Again, I paid $9 for a corn, bro. I don't mind it though. They are good. Very good. I'm gonna bite this steak. I got it medium rare. Steak Diane. Nice little peppercorns on here. They got a sauce. I don't know what the hell this sauce is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if both of these are the same exact. Is this supposed to, what is this supposed to be? They look the same to me. But I'm gonna try the first bite without. See if this meal is $26 right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a bland ass steak. So let's dip it. Oh, I just spilled it all over the place. Let's dip it. See what's going on here. Nah, it's bland. It just tastes like peppercorns. I don't get anything else. What is this supposed to be? I wouldn't pay for that again. This is the worst thing I've ever eaten at Cheesecake Factory. The steak. I love a good steak, but yeah, that's not bringing in points. Try these mashed potatoes. Looks like they use red. I like a red mash. I like a smashed potato like this where it's got texture to it. Am a fan. Garlic, sour cream. Obviously salt, pepper. They didn't try to get too fancy with it. I love the taste of the red potato and the skin. This is very good. Very good. A little bit of like heavy cream in here. That's really good. And then we got this, I don't know what I ordered. I really don't. It said, I believe it's some sort of chicken, but I just wanted the steak. Okay. Let me just try to get in here. I don't know. Here, what do y'all think? That's really bland. Yeah. The mashed potato is hard carry. I'm gonna try. Even with the cheese, it just doesn't really taste like much. I'm gonna eat it because I paid for it, but that's really mid. For $27, I knew I should have just went with my OG. I knew I should just went with my OG. I've had way better steaks in that price range and way better chicken. And I was gonna get the pasta because I really like the pasta. I was gonna get chicken and biscuits because I like chicken and biscuits or a factory burrito. I know the cheesecake. I just wanted to try something different. And people always requested steak, so I wanted to get. But if I'm gonna get a steak, I'm not gonna go to Cheesecake Factory for it. It's just, again, it's an edible steak. It's just for what I paid for it, and knowing that price range, there's just way, way better options. You know, you could, but the mashed potatoes are on point. Also got an asparagus under the cheese. Now it just didn't really even want salt. Not even salt. I would kill for salty right now. Something. Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna eat it because like I paid for it, but nah, not bringing in points. Let's chill out for a little bit. Get a little appies. We got our carrot cake, which I'll have more towards the end. I don't want to have my dessert right now. Mac and cheese balls. I love this right here. Is it bad that I feel bad for the employees at Cheesecake Factory? It's Christmas Eve, bro. I know they was trying to get home. I could see it in your face. I walked in to pick up my order because I called it in. She ain't even want to look at me, bro. Like, there was like a young girl. I'd probably say she about like 20, something like that. And I heard her say to her friend right before she saw me, she was like, man, I'm just trying to get out of here. And then she looked at me, she was, after like 5 minutes of talking to her friend, I just stood there, I was just being chill. She was like, did you want to get seated or something? Like, nah, I'm just standing here, bro. I said, nah, I got a DoorDash order. Shout out to people who work like over these holidays. I know that's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but sometimes heavy lies a crown. Believe it or not, I'm working right now. You know, most people at this time are with their family. You know, you got your phone off. But not a complaint for me. I love doing this. So, but it is work to eat. Believe it or not, it's crazy, isn't it? But let's talk the Whitney movie. I liked it. It was, if you know her story, like nothing's gonna surprise you. It kind of just told you the story, but I almost feel like I don't want the streets to forget Whitney because she had a run. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this for people who don't know. Better than anybody to ever do it. She had a run better than anybody to ever do it. And I feel like after her passing in 2012, obviously people know how it ended. But unless you're old enough, which I wasn't, there were some things in the movie that I didn't know. Because I came in the 90s. My first memory of Whitney Houston was The Bodyguard, which they talk about in the movie. But I remember that movie with Kevin Costner. But anyway, the woman who played Whitney Houston did a very good job. She had her mannerisms down. Whitney had a very certain distinct way of talking. The way that she would move her mouth when she talked. I always remember that kind of stuff. And she did nail that part. The way that she portrayed it. Very good. My man, what's dude's name, bro? He always bald with glasses in the movies. He got the cooking, the Travel Channel show in Italy. Him. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He's a good actor. He did a good job in that movie too. But I think especially if you're a fan of her in any way, shape, or form, you'll enjoy seeing some of that stuff come to life. Because she did a lot of iconic stuff. And I just feel like recently, the streets ain't remembering enough. Obviously, it was tragic, the way that it turned towards the latter end. But I wasn't around for the 80s and the stuff she did there. But I did know that she had more number ones consecutive than anybody ever. And, you know, it's tragic almost in the sense of like Michael Jackson. That it takes like a memorial for people to like give her the credit that I feel like she always deserved. So this movie, I think, if you see it, will capture that. It does have the second half of her life in it too as well. But it was done in a manner where it's realistic, but it wasn't like tasteless. They weren't trying to throw dirt. They were just telling you what happened. And you could tell. And for that, I would rather see that anyway. But the first half of the movie plays very well. And I'm not giving you spoilers because this isn't a spoiler, it's a true story. But the first half of the movie encapsulates the first half of her career, and then it does what it does. And you hate to see it, man. But overall, I think that movie is more specifically for people who want to know about her, who are fans of her, and just kind of want to see it come to life. And if you're a fan of Whitney Houston anyway, again, you'll like the movie. If you don't know who she is at all, and you're not into that, you might not really care. But I do think that it's nice to see them give her the respect she deserves. So, because of that, it's a good movie for what it's supposed to do. I'll give it 4 stars out of 5. It didn't do anything surprising, but at the same time, it's more of a biased pick for me. I grew up in a house where Whitney was playing a lot. No joke. You know, my parents are from the 80s, and obviously I'm a 90s kid, so that was like a big part of her career. So there was always, my mom be listening to Whitney all the time. In the car, whatever it was. So, I did have a little bit like of a homer pick for that. So a little bit biased. I always admit when I'm biased. I always admit when I'm unbiased, but overall, good movie. And it's always a shame kind of when things don't end well, that people don't remember it all. It happened to Michael Jackson. And it happened to her, you know. I wasn't supposed to dip that in there, but it worked out. So, the movie is kind of long too. They go over stuff in detail. And some of the stuff I didn't really know about, like I said, there are some details in there you don't really necessarily, for me, knew. But there's some cool stuff which you can see in the previews, like her singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. That national anthem played my entire Pee Wee football career. They played that national anthem. So it's always been, when I think of the national anthem being sung before a game, I think of Whitney Houston because of that. Every single game they played it, that rendition, which to me is still the best, you know. And it was good to see kind of like her getting credit for her voice, and she's got one of the best voices you'll ever see in person. I've always thought that. So, you know, little bit sad to see, but also like very good to do. But it's Christmas time, so I'm gonna chill on it. I don't want to get to the the heartfelt stuff. We trying to keep it upbeat. I hope by the time you're watching this, if you got gifts, you got what you wanted. Hope you got whoever you wanted their gifts. They like their gifts. I hope you dug into some food. Like I'm about to dig into this carrot cake in 2 seconds. What do y'all think of the Cheesecake Factory, by the way? I think it's good. This was ass, but it's a rare miss. I don't see many misses on the Cheesecake Factory menu, for real. That was kind of a miss. But these, Appies, always a dub. Let me get into this carrot cake, though, before I dig out of here. I'm going to try to be like a family member this time and, go hang out with my family and everything. So, but I'm still, the show goes on, I'm always going to do what I got to do in that case. But let's get into this carrot cake right quick. I love carrot cake. I feel like carrot cakes are so underrated. There we go. Come on. Don't. Why did I do this? I don't want that. Whatever, man. I didn't start eating carrot cake probably until I was like 20. And the first time I had it, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna like this. But it's delicious. If you don't know what it is, it always has a cream cheese frosting, so there'll be a little cream cheese in the middle. Boom. Then on here, this cheesecake is 1,700 cheesecake. Carrot cake is 1,700 calories, bro. So, I don't care today. It's Christmas. But it's got like nuts as well as carrots, but you don't really taste the carrot. It's more of like a spiced cinnamon type of vibe. And I know people think of carrot cake and like it's gross, but you gotta try it. I ain't asked for no whipped cream, by the way. That's okay. Here we go. That fell. Get off me, bro. I swear. Ruining my carrot cake experience, man. That's that flavor. I don't, like, it took me so long to eat carrot cake, and I'm so mad that it took me this long. Oh, look at this. Look at that, 700 calories right here. With that cream cheese on the top, it's so good. I feel like when you get from the Grand Lux or the Cheesecake Factory, when you get the cake, you just get more value for fat ass. Understand what I'm saying? Cheesecake costs $10. This costs $10. And this cheesecake is really kind of small if you see them. And this be like the size of a football. I just feel like I can get more mileage out of it. And for fat people like me, I like to like eat more. So I be trying to get stuff where I'm like, okay, that's worth it. That's more. I be trying to stretch stuff out. And this is probably my favorite thing. Their red velvet cake is decent too, but I always prefer the carrot cake. I was gonna get my other goat, which is key lime cheesecake, but I saw this carrot cake and I haven't had it in so long that I had to do it. Look at that, man. I think it's fantastic. If you've never tried carrot cake, I promise you, just try it. It's not what you think. For years, I'm like, oh, you know damn carrot cake? One day I say, yo, let me try this out real quick. So underrated. Okay, let me get this, I'm gonna eat it to here. Bro, I just ate like 1,000 calories right there. That's the bite. It's the last bite. With the whipped cream. That's what I do with cakes. I gotta make it even. See that? Boom. Boom. Nope. Not today. Not today. I gotta save it. I got mac and cheese tomorrow on the way. You feel me? We got the food coming. So, I'm trying not to go ham. I run like 6 miles on a treadmill earlier. Got a little workout in my Christmas Eve. I still get it in. Tomorrow I won't work out. But I worked it that way because it's Sunday. Even better for me. But always got to take care of everything as usual. The movie was a dub. The soda's a dub. Cheesecake Factory's a dub. And again, everybody's watching. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I hope that you get everything you want. And I hope that everybody gets to spend time with their loved ones or whatever it is. And if you're holding it down because you got to work or whatever it is, just know I salute you, because it's not easy to do stuff like that. So all the people out there that's like, got to work on Christmas and stuff like that, y'all the real ones, because that's not for everybody. Y'all built different. So understand that. So I respect you. But we'll be back tomorrow. Merry Christmas again. More content. I love y'all. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.